Fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening. I welcome you for the 200th Club meeting of Rising Stars Toastmaster Club. Call to order. Mission of Toastmasters. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. The member is the heart of Toastmaster. Ground rules for the meeting. Switch on your camera while presenting your speech. Do not interrupt while someone is speaking. Timer should show the respective timing flags without delay. Use the word of the day at least once in your speeches. Members are requested to keep their external devices into silent mode. Kindly refrain from speaking about the cardinal topics like sex, religion, and politics. Members should pin the timer while they are speaking. Let's have an enjoyable meeting. As the Zoom meeting is well set, let me invite President K.M. Kannan Ravi for presidential address. Over to the President.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavani Palaniappan, for setting the tone of the meeting very nicely as a Sergeant at Arms. Whatever the instructions you have given is very, very valid, and it is very much followable by all of us to have an enjoyable meeting. Thank you. Toastmasters and guests, good evening. It is my pleasure to welcome you all for this grand celebration of 200th meeting of Rising Star Toastmasters. We are very much impressed by the august gathering of our senior TMI officials in this meeting. Our special welcome to our District 20 Program Quality Director DTM Khalid Abdullah in this meeting. And also, we are very happy to see the presence of District 20 Club Growth Director DTM Khalid Jalal to help us to have a grand meeting today. And also, we are very much happy to see the presence of our Division G Director DTM Dareen Al-Hajar in this meeting. We are very much impressed by your presence well in advance, Madam. And also, we are greatly impressed by our presence of ever helping Area 26 Director, Toastmaster Nilesh Attarde. Thank you for your very presence and making a difference in this meeting by your presence here. Thank you. And also, I thank all the senior members and the other current members of our Rising Star Toastmasters in this meeting and contributing to the success of this meeting and make it memorable. Thank you. Thanks to everyone. My dear Toastmasters and friends, you made our day very special by your presence. And I thank all the current EXCOM and the current members for making it possible to happen. For sure, without them, it is not possible to have this day today. But at the same time, I would remind you, I am the 10th president of this club, and we are 10th EXCOM of this club. That means 9 presidents earlier and 9 EXCOMs had worked hard to keep this club growing and achieving this milestone status. As a president, I have been speaking a lot for past 5 months. Today, I want to have a break. I don't want to speak much. I want to listen from you all. You are the special people. All the way came to this meeting to give your views and feedbacks. So it is yours day. So I will just sit back and relax and listen your speeches. So with this note, from my end, it is time to hand over the screen to the Master of Ceremony. And today's Master of Ceremony, most of you know about him. He is an able and energetic personality in our club. He is always there, extending the support. We were just in the preliminary stage of thinking to arrange this meeting. He volunteered to be the Master of Ceremony and take care of the major part of this meeting. Such a great person and a great performer, not only in the club, in the past he had to the extent of area and division and just keeping our flag high by representing in the contest and other meetings. Such a enthusiastic and energetic personality. Toastmaster Rajagopalan Govindarajan. He is there to take over from me as the Master of Ceremony. Please join with me with your round of applause while I welcome Toastmaster Rajagopalan to take over the screen and conduct it further. The stage is to you, sir.
Thank you very much, President. Am I audible to all?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Just a quick question to the panel. Does anyone of you know what is the right word to represent the 200th event? Does anyone of you know the right word? What is a 200th event called?
Bicentenary.
Excellent. I think it's Toastmaster Saravanan. Okay. Yeah, it's bicentennial is the name given to any famous 200th event, whether it's an anniversary or a year of celebration. And so today we are in the bicentennial meeting of Rising Star Toastmasters Club. Obviously, the club travels for 200 meetings. It's not a joke. And most of the Toastmasters here, whether it's a budding Toastmaster or a division director, knows how much does it take, the kind of steps, the kind of initiatives that the club has taken for us to reach from the first meeting today to the bicentennial meeting. So I'm extremely glad and privileged to represent this meeting as the Master of Ceremony. And thank you very much, President, for your kind words when introducing about myself. I would also like to briefly tell you the speciality of the number 200 very quickly, which I read some time back. The number 200 appears in the mathematics in the Padovan sequence, preceded by three numbers, number 86, number 114, and number 151. The sum is also Euler's talent function. Over the first 25 integers is 200. A common ISO standard film speed for photographic films. At the beginning, of course, now the technology is developed. A denomination of the euro note. The 200 euro note was designed by Robert Khalid. An HTTP status code in the internet, which indicates a successful connection. The code is 200 OK. 200 is the title of an episode of South Park, which is infamous for its portrayal of Muhammad leading to the creations of the show. The Northwest 200 is a motorcycle race held in the Northern Ireland. So these are some of the significant events or history connected to the number 200. And I'm extremely glad, like I said before, to start the meeting, and without delaying much from my side, I would like to also introduce the key role players. We have a set of excellent speakers, enchanting speakers that we have in terms of the past presidents, the key sponsors, the key contributors, and of course the leaders and officers from the area level. So I will quickly read out the agenda, and then we'll start proceeding with the individual proceedings. After my note, the history of this club will be presented by Toastmaster Thirumaran, followed by felicitation of the District 20 Director, District 20 Program Quality Director, District 20 Club Growth Director, Division G Director, and Area 26 Director. So I request all of you to please share some of your experiences. At the time, like Toastmaster Kanandra we said, will be a period of about 3 to 5 minutes. And then we have a keynote speech to be presented by Toastmaster Muthukumaran about the Toastmaster journey. And the newsletter of this club for the 200th meeting will be released by the president, followed by a very brief speeches by the past presidents of the club. And then we will listen to the feedback by members, which is extremely important, like how we always conclude a meeting with an evaluation session. And then I will wrap it up and hand over to the president for his final remarks. So I hope all of you are okay with this. Fine. President, I will also take a minute to introduce the word of the day, which is appearing in the agenda, which is enchant. It is to attract and delight. And there is no better meeting than to introduce the word today. And the meeting theme is celebrations. Of course, all of us are in the mood of celebrations now, whether it's the period from October to March to April is always a great festivity season. To a lot of people present here, it starts with the great festival of lights, Diwali, followed by the festival of lamps, and then the harvest festival. In between, we have the Christmas and New Year, and also probably by end of March, April, we'll have the Ramadan. So we are in the mood of celebrations, and it's apt that the Rising Star Toastmasters is celebrating its bicentennial meeting. So the word of the day is enchant, and I would like to encourage all of you to please use this word. Like I said, the meaning is to attract and delight. With this brief, I would like to kindly hand over the stage to Toastmaster Thirumaran, who is the founding president of this club, which is very special. Obviously, it has been represented by 9 presidents so far, but the founding president always knows the pains of starting a Toastmasters club and taking it to the journey where it is today. Toastmaster Thirumaran will present a keynote speech on the history of Rising Star Toastmasters Club. Please put your hands together and welcome the founder president, Toastmaster Thirumaran.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me?
Yes, very well.
Thank you. Last week, I traveled from Kuwait to Chennai when it was raining cats and dogs here. Now also a lot of warnings have been given for the next week. In fact, when I started to travel, lots of well-wishers, even that includes the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, suggesting postponing the trip, not to come into Tamil Nadu. However, I traveled. When I traveled and this meeting is going to happen, I just recall the quote by Vivian Green. Life is not about waiting for the storm to pass. It is about learning to dance in the rain. That is the original quote. I can say that it is about learning to travel in the rain. And in fact, the travel was not eventful. And even our RSTM club is a travel, I can say. It all started in 2012 December. We are very close to that time. And when I approached South Kuwait Toastmaster Club, they were able to persuade me to start a club rather than joining South Kuwait Toastmasters. And really happened because I was inspired or impressed by my kids' performance in a Gavans club. And later my wife joined South Kuwait Toastmasters, and I could not resist the temptation to join a Toastmasters. But when I approached, I was denied a seat, but I was given rather a club. We founded the club. This is the way. Like a small need has been developed into a club and activities, lot of activities. And we traveled quite far. And it's like, it takes time. Don't think RSTM is a 9-year-old club or 200 meeting old club. In fact, we are the reverse personified. As Pablo Picasso once told, it takes a long time to become young. It takes a long time to become young. It's very difficult to find yourself, to create yourself, to become young and still have the motivation to work, to go to the grind and find new ways to improve ourselves. RSTM is one such club. A lot of presidents and charter members contributed a lot. And South Kuwait Toastmasters, I recall Shenoy, TM Shenoy, TM Kanan Ravi, TM Muthukumaran, TM Saran Sir, TM Ganesan, all those people persuaded me and helped me to push this club, to start this club. all this thing. But I was able to, by God's grace, by luck, I was able to persuade another 25 members. So totally 26 people came together to start this club. It's not one-man show. It's purely team show. As one of our past presidents, one of our core members, key members, PM Senthilkumar, started the theme of our club, Together We Grow. We supported each other and we still support each other. Whenever somebody is having some challenge, others chip in directly without even asking. They take the roles and run the club's meeting. Even we ran the club meetings with just 6 members. This all happened. So it's not a simple way of doing things. Overnight, we become 9-year-old club. We're still trying. And before I conclude the speech, I'd like to say that the sky is full of stars and there is room for them all to shine. I wish and I believe RSTM would evolve to be such a starry sky. Thank you, and over to you.
Wow. Quite an enchanting speech, Toastmaster Thiru. And I'm sure there is no wonder that he is the founding president and has carried the club forward, because the speech that he gave started from the fantastic rains in Chennai up to the journey of Rising Star Toastmasters Club is quite fabulous. It was a great speech, and I'm sure, Thiru, you prepared it. You did not prepare it, and it just came straight from your heart, except for the couple of quotes. So thank you very much. It's time for me to now announce the felicitation of the key guests that are present here. It's not a simple task to become a Toast. It's easy to become a Toastmaster, but it's not easy to continue the journey. We have seen a lot of guests in the last so many years coming into the club, and maybe 10, 20, 30% of the guests turn into a Toastmaster. And very few become members of XCOM. Very few have the courage and the will to go to the next level, to represent the club in a contest. And again, it's a big challenge, and you need a lot of courage and determination to continue a journey. If you want to go beyond your Toastmasters Club, that requires a lot of extrovertness, which Toastmasters Club creates. Your own club removes the introvert and brings out the extrovert in you. It takes away the pains, it takes away the nervousness that you have. And then when you become a competent communicator and you start going out to other clubs and start representing your clubs into other clubs meetings in the area levels, that gives you more courage to become from a competent communicator and gives you the thought to see, why not I become a leader? And so the Toastmasters International offers you the leadership roles once you become a good communicator to represent areas and then the divisions. So if I introduce now a few people who are the division directors and the quality directors and the area 26 directors, it just gives you the kind of hard work and sincerity they have put in over the years. I'm sure they all started as a guest with a lot of nervousness some years ago. So just imagine how much it takes for you to go out of your comfort zone into a club, into an area, into a district. And I take great privilege in introducing few of the officers today. I believe the area to District 20 Director, DTM Alifiya, who is my good friend, is not part of the meeting so far. I'm sure I will introduce her when she's in the meeting. So I take pleasure in introducing the District 20 Program Quality Director, DTM Khalid Abdullah. Please welcome DTM Khalid Abdullah to please have some kind words.
Thank you so much, Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Raj. Club Growth Director, DTM Khalid Jalal. Division G Director, DTM Dareen Hajjar. Area 26 Director, Toastmaster Nilesh. President of this club, Toastmaster Ravi Kanan. All of the members of Rising Stars, Toastmasters of District 20 and guests. Good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
Thank you so much for inviting me here for your 200th meeting. I came to know about Rising Star unfortunately, just last term when I was Club Growth Director. And hearing right now the founding president, Toastmaster Thiru, on what he said, and looking at the amazing two coaches who came in last term to revive this club back to its feet, Toastmaster Kanan Ravi, of course, and Toastmaster or DTM Mrinmoy. It was something I could not really imagine, that such a thing could happen to a club like Rising Star. Of course, kudos to the coaches, both of the coaches. But coaches would not be able, honestly, to do magic to the club until or unless the club has the heritage of the Rising Star club and the members that had been there shoulder to shoulder to the coaches to help the club to come back to its feet. So 200 meetings, or meeting number 200 today, is something, again, amazing milestone. And many of the clubs around the globe never even dreamt to be close to the even 50 meetings. So all of the obstacles, the ups and downs that this club been through, all of the senior members that I can see right now in front of me that are backing the vision of Rising Stars, that gives something of an inspiration to all of the members in District 20. And for us to be proud being as Toastmasters, not just Rising Star Toastmasters, but being Toastmasters elsewhere. So thank you so much, Rising Stars, for the inspiration. 200 is just a milestone. Yes, it came out of sweat, but I'm sure you would definitely look forward to the next 200, 400, 800, if you still have what it takes. And I can see definitely you have what it takes in this club. Thank you so much. All the best to you, for you, and congratulations on achieving this milestone. Over to you, Toastmaster Raj.
Thank you very much for your encouraging feedback and a great inspiring speech, DTM Khalid Abdullah. So I would now request the District 20 Club Growth Director, DTM Khalid Jalal, to please address the gathering. DTM Khalid Jalal.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremony, Toastmaster Raj. Let me say whatever our PQ is, I just second it, and I conclude my speech from there because he has not left anything for me to address. Our Program Quality Director, DTM Khalid Abdullah, is here with us. I'm sure he's having multiple earphones and mics and all. He's part of the multiple meetings. That's what he's always supportive. And he never says no to anyone. Our Division G Director, DTM Dareen, my own team member, my club retention chair for Kuwait, DTM Mrinmoy, our Area 26 Director, Toastmaster Nilesh, the club president, DTM Ravi Kanan, the charter club president, Toastmaster Thirumaran, and all the members and dignitaries. A very good evening to you all. 200 meeting, it's really, like our people say, it's a dream for many clubs. Even reaching 100 meetings is a dream. 25 meetings, people struggle. Right? And you have already achieved what people want to dream. 200 meetings means even if you have 20 members in the club, a simple mathematical multiplication, you have 4,000 members experience in the club, which is huge in terms of experience. And looking at the club's strength, today is 23 members, and the DCP you have already achieved. That shows the quality of the club and the members in this club. It's exactly what Dr. Ralsei Smedley, he said, ours is the only club which I know is dedicated to the members. And he says, enjoy the fun of learning. So I'm sure this club has achieved a lot of fun, gone through a lot of fun, but of course, hearing from our PQD, club has also gone through some challenges, which is part of life. But coming out of the challenges is actually the learning. If you're always successful from the day one, you will not really taste the true taste of success. When you have ups and downs, in the club, in meetings, or in real life, we know what is the value of achieving success. They say if you want to know the success, ask the person who is a failure. If you want to know the real taste of being passed in a school exam, ask the student who has failed the exam. They will tell you. Or even or ask the parents, they will tell you what it is. And this club, I can see the charter president is also here. Imagining him how happy and glad he is today. I'm sure none of us in this meeting will be that glad and happy that he see the club has survived 200 meetings. The club is in very good hands. I can see all great leaders in this meeting. One request which I want to request is the experience which you have, the journey you have traveled, don't keep it to yourself. Go out to other clubs where you see they're weak clubs, no membership, 8 members and they're just surviving. Meet them, take the initiative, go and meet them and share your experience with them. What challenges you have gone through. Or maybe you can organize a workshop where you can invite the entire district or other clubs as well and show the journey you have gone through, the challenges you have gone through and how you overcome those challenges. This term, especially, the district needs those ideas, the planning which we need to do because we are going through tough time. So if you have gone through that and successful, why you want to keep it to yourself? Pass it on. Someone taught you, you teach somebody, and the journey will continue. With that, I'd like to thank all of you and wish you another 200 years to come. And inshallah, if I'm alive, I'll be attending that meeting that day. Thank you very much, and back to you, our MC, Toastmasters.
It was quite an enchanting speech, DTM Khalid, Jalal, and you just relived the kind of interaction I gave on how much does it take for you to go outside your club, which is basically going out of your comfort zone. So you re-emphasized, and it touched a very valuable point in terms of not going to a better club, but also going to a weaker club, by which you use your experience and your abilities to make them stronger, because Toastmaster Club is not a domestic club. It's an extended family, and then slowly by reaching out to people, I mean, you reach the whole universe, which is actually quite an easy journey which Toastmaster provides. Otherwise, you have to spend thousands of dollars or millions of dollars to go and cover the globe. So I think that's a fantastic thought that came from you. Thank you very much for your motivating speech. And I would like to also kindly invite DTM Darren Al-Hajar. Madam Toastmaster is the Division G Director, and like the President said, and she has proved that time is of essence. She is one of the first to join the meeting. And Madam Toastmaster Darren Al-Hajar, I request you to please address the gathering.
Thank you, TM Raj. Bismillah. Our PKD, DTM Khalid Abdullah, and CGD, DTM Khalid Jalal, and our area director, TM Nilesh Attarde, and TM Kanan Ravi, president of the lovely club, the strong club. Good evening, and good evening for all of you members of this respected club. Today, you deserve to celebrate, and I will celebrate with you also. I will add something new for you, and I have gift to you because you are really great leaders, and you have certificate or just a gift if you want to call it. And you know why? Because you are distinguished club. Yes, you really achieved 6 points till now from 10 of DCP. So congratulations for you. And also let me share my gift to you. Okay, and it's for leaders. And okay, I will try to share it. 1 second, give me 1 second. I can share it, right? Okay.
Yes, madam. Yes, you can share.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Now I would like to congratulate. Is it visible?
Yes, it's
Is it
visible.
visible, right? Okay. So yes, you really attend the first and second, not only the first club officer training. So many congratulations to you. And also I would like to thank area director to um, uh, to to contact with me and just to invite me to be to share your celebration for this amazing meeting. So many congratulations to all of you, and you are really great leaders. Thank you so much for all of you. And back to Master of Ceremony, Raj. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster. Darren LHR, and when you go to celebrations, I mean, this is where a Madam Toastmaster makes a difference. It's always the ladies in the family who reminds you to carry a gift when you go to a function, and it's just quite an irony that Madam Toastmaster gladly remembers to also come to the celebration not empty-handed but with a gift. So your gift is very well received, Madam. Thank you very much for your gift, and of course that shows how much does it care from the area and the district level, and how much constantly the performance of the clubs have been monitored, which is a very encouraging sign for us to perform better. And with able president like Toastmaster Kanan Ravi, I'm sure we will be able to go to better heights before end of this XCOM journey. So thank you very much. And I would like to now invite the Area 26 Director, Toastmaster Nilesh Attarde. Toastmaster Nilesh.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony, Toastmaster Raj, for inviting us. And it is like a great, you can say a lovely event, or which we will always like to attend. So 200 meeting means having a 200. This event is really a dream, as everybody said. So really, I am proud of being part of this event. Thanks for that. So available dignitaries from the District 20, Program Quality Director DTM Khalid, Club Growth Director DTM Khalid Jalal, and founder members of Rising Star Toastmaster Club, current President DTM Kanan Ravi, and my favorite founder member of our club, my home club, South Kuwait Toastmaster Bala Muthukumaran. It's really love to see you all here on one screen. It's really a, you can say a lovely moment, which rarely comes. So really thanks for that particular event. And also our immediate past area director for this particular area where the Rising Star belongs, to DTM Mrinmoy, because we can see the efforts put by everyone in this club. It is now visible to everyone. So this is the point what Rising Star has demonstrated in last 2-3 years, that it is really a star which has risen now. So now it has to go a long journey, and then have an enchant experience. It will give an enchant experience to everyone in a course of journey now. And I know that this particular club from almost 2017, I joined to South Kuwait Toastmaster, and we used to share the same infrastructure. So from that time, I know this club, and it is very close to us. Means we used to go to their club, they used to come to our clubs. Mostly we had in the contest, they used to support us, we used to support them. So it's like a family, it's like a friends, and we have many members who are the dual members of both the clubs. And our clubs like South Kuwait Toastmaster, Rising Star Toastmaster Club, having dual members, and they are all very much experienced specifically, and mentoring the newcomers. Like I was a newcomer in 2017, and then with the support of all the mentors like Kanan Ravi, Sarvanan sir, Bala Muthukumaran sir, that's what they have made us. That's what I can say. So thanks for them. Thanks for all of your effort. That's why we are here, and then taking some of the leadership roles in the District 20. So this is because of you. So thanks to that. And one thing I just want to talk about Rising Star Toastmaster Club is that you will never know your limits unless you'll push towards them. You know, this is the point. So Rising Star was facing a lot of challenges, but they try to push themselves there. Then finally they come up with the 10 out of 10 points last year. Like, it was amazing achievement by them. And now also they are progressing this year. So now they have set a limit, and they have committed to it that no, we will not go back. We will not set back. Now we need to go high and high and high. Then now the whole world has to see what this exactly Rising Star Toastmaster Club is. So that's what we expect. And I know that this club has very good leaders, experienced Toastmasters, and having a good support from District 20. This is one of the strong club in our area, also in our district also. And the members especially the members, are really very energetic. They are keen in doing projects. I can see that I am sending the request to our program quality director. Okay, publish their levels. So I'm seeing so many levels they are completing fast. So means they have a eagerness to learn. So this is the only we need in all the clubs, and specifically having online, having the people from India here. Like it's now become a global club. So thank you for this invitation, and really I will be part of this celebration. And that's it from my side. Congratulate on this particular milestone, and looking forward for great meetings for Rising Star Toastmaster Club. Thank you. Back to Master of Ceremony, Toastmaster Raj.
Thank you. That was a wonderful speech, Toastmaster Nilesh. Just also to reflect the kind of achievements that we have specifically made in the last couple of years, thanks to the efforts by the ex-com members and the senior Toastmasters of the club. And it's a very special thing for me to kindly invite the next speaker. Just to tell a few words, share a few words about him. I used to fondly call him in every famous meeting. I used to fondly call him the father of South Kuwait Toastmasters Club, not just SKTM. Call it the Southern Kuwait as a geography itself. When a lot of you spoke about the kind of challenges, the journeys that you have to take to make a successful club, he can be proud to make too. He was the founding member of the South Kuwait Toastmasters Club, which I would say is the elder brother of Rising Star Toastmasters Club, way back a few years ago, which he will exactly recollect with the dates now. He had a lot of challenges. He was kind of racking his brains with other Toastmasters like Toastmaster Kanan Ravi and Toastmaster Shenoy, to possibly wonder how do we ever start a club, and how do we invite members, how do we invite guests and make them become members. One of the innovative things which he has done is to provide dinner at the end of every meeting, which I think was a fabulous idea, because it attracted a lot of people, not just because they want to come and eat. Where you have a food for thought, you also have a food for your belly at the end of the meeting was quite an innovative idea. And the tradition, I believe, has been followed for the last so many years, including today. Toastmaster Kannada, can correct me. I think RSTM, SKTM still follows providing a dinner at the end of every physical meeting there. And yes, he has had challenges for the last 13, 14 years to make it and establish now. Now SKTM is a brand, and he can be very proud of it. And then when the next set of young and energetic people came in to join possibly SKTM, that is when, like Toastmaster Thiru said, he has been promptly telling them to start their own club, because I think there was like a family. Thiru and his wife, wanted to join the same club, and they have children to take care of after the office hours. So I think Toastmaster Muthukumaran said, let your wife be in one club and you start another club, so that you don't have a clash of the same days. And that simple idea gave birth to RSTM, which is celebrating its 200th meeting today. So it's just wonderful, and there is no better person to talk specifically about the 200th meeting of today's journey. So I request the father of SKTM, Toastmaster Muthukumaran, to please present his keynote speech. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Raj. Good evening, all of you, my dear friends, Toastmasters, district officers, and dear guests. It's a privilege for me to attend the 200th meeting on 16th November 2020 as an RSTM member, as a founding member of RSTM. It's a proud moment for me, and I thank all of you to invite me to be part of this celebration. As Raj pointed out, it would have been a grand dinner today after this meeting if we had a physical meeting. But when such a challenge, like in the last 2 years, there was a challenge where we could not meet together, but still we continue to do well. And we found another way to do that, that is a Zoom meeting. It's a great learning in this. Life is not fair always. It always throws challenges. And be prepared to accept it and move on. That's the message. And we are the good example for how to face it. Now, when you say that you are a Toastmaster, what you say is, or you declare, that is, you are on your path to self-improvement. What I mean by self-improvement? By taking care of yourself, you feel better, you look better, you attract better, and you perform better in every aspect of your life. And you are the only one who can do that. It all starts from you. Have you ever noticed there is one version which doesn't sleep? It's with you all the time. That version never fails, never comes for meeting late, never misses a meeting, never tells lies, never cheats, never injures somebody. Always positive, always helps somebody. Very broad-minded version is there inside. Like the genie inside the lamp, you need to unlock that you from you. So primarily it is you versus you every day. It is you to decide which you will win every day, whether the inner version or the outer version. How to bring them together and make one version. Once you unleash or unlock that version, you can never go back to your original version. It is all about how to do that. Once I say this, each one can have his own formula. I had a formula. I was thinking what I did in my life in the last 63 years, what I did. So it all boiled down to 6 steps. The 6 points which I want to share with you. There are many formulae, many lists are there, but I find that these 6 core values were imbibed from my father and mother, which I think that is the driving, guiding post for my life. So which I like to share with you. Wherever you feel it is worth emulating, you can start doing it. Number 1 is, whatever happens, whether it is success or failure, keep moving, move on, take the next step and keep moving away from that. Even if it is a successful thing, don't say that. Keep moving. That's the one thing. Keep looking for the next one. When you are about to finish something, keep looking for the next one. That's the first thing. I always did that. Number 2, embrace the change. Once you decided to move on, there is a change. Embrace that. And challenges. Any challenge. You see, in 2020, February, I took 3 weeks of vacation and came to India. I could never come back to Kuwait. My visa got expired. Now I need to start again as if I did 20 years before when I came to Kuwait in 2000. So I need to do the same process. Am I going to do that? It's a change which I could never control, but I took it. I thought, okay, it's an opportunity to live with my family, which I missed. And there are my extended family, friends with whom I can interact and do something which I never did for the last many decades. And I started working on a garden, and actually the garden started working on me. So these are the challenges which came without asking, and started working on that. And be happy. Whatever happens, find out something to be happy. That's the one thing you see, every day cannot be very pleasant. It cannot be very congenial. But you can always find some reason to be happy and continue with that energy in the rest of the day. And a kind of fairness or moral compass you need to find, and then keep that working all the time. Never feel shy of taking a step. Always keep your moral standards high. You can be kind to people. You can be fair with the people. You can choose your moral compass and then keep that all the time working. See, what you call the measure of that fairness, or the way you do that will vary from one person to other person. I don't want to give you what you call a standard to follow or something like that. And all the time, try to take some calculated risk, not jump on something without thinking. Always study the opportunities which is coming in front of you, and then take a calculated risk. See, that's why I missed 2 years of Toastmasters life when I took a calculated risk to go to Iraq and work at Basra. The experience I had at Iraq was so rich and so good. That was the experience which is in my mind is larger than what I got at Kuwait for 18 years, because my interaction with the locals was more there. The kind of acceptance from the local population of Iraq and myself was greater. And I used to go to the villages, talk to the elders, and motivate them to come up in their life and all that. And that was very rewarding experience, 2 years at Iraq. So though it was a risky decision in 2013-14, nobody used to go from Kuwait for taking projects and all that, but I went and stayed there. So that kind of calculated risk. And all the time celebrate the success of your friends or your colleagues, who's our neighbors. Always enjoy their success. And immediately after some time, you will feel that you are also part of that success. Always think that you can do something for others. These are the 6 steps I broadly follow in my life, and I find that I'm a contented person in my life so far. And when I say this, follow some such steps for yourself. You need to choose from 2 pains. One pain is the pain of self-discipline. The other is the pain of regret. Which one to choose? It is better to take the discipline path and never regret in your life. So it's up to you which path you are taking, but never have the attitude of saying, I could have, I would have reached there, I should have done this. No. Instead say, if I can, I will do that. That kind of attitude will make your life easy, comfortable, and enjoyable. That's more important. Here I remember one keynote address by Admiral McRaven. He is a commandant who was head of a fleet. This guy gave he gave a keynote speech to a college outgoing student. He gave 10 points. He included these 6 points which I was discussing. In that, the first point which I want to tell you is very interesting. I never knew that is the reason for making that particular activity. I was in Indian Air Force for 15 years, a soldier for 15 years. So in our first 2.5 years training, a regimen is followed. We were all put up in barracks. All soldiers all over the world have the same kind of training. You will not understand this unless you undergo this. Maybe the language is different, but the formula of training or the dictum of training is same, whether it is US Marine or it is Africa or India or China or Spain or French Army, whether it is Army, Air Force, Navy. The basic training is same for all the soldiers all over the world. What happens when you get up in the morning? The first thing you do is make up your bed. There is a way to do that. It is called kit layout. Once you do that, you go out and start your day. And that will be inspected by one supervisor to see that your kit layout is perfect. What we do in that is, the bed is made as if it was not slept. It should not have any wrinkles. It should not have any dent. Fold your blankets in a particular way. You cannot fold as you like. There is a particular way to fold. We were supplied by Indian Air Force mosquito net. There is a particular way of folding that mosquito net. You have to fold it every day. And there is a place for your shoes which are not worn in the morning. So you'll have to keep them there. And you cannot just leave them. You have to keep it in a polished condition. All your webbings, that is your belt, sashes, and other caps are all to be polished perfectly as if it is going for a ceremonial parade. You should display them. And you may have a wonderful towel to use, but you cannot display it outside. There is a particular towel issued by the service, which you have to hang it in a particular place. So this is called the kit layout. This is done all over the world. All the soldiers are doing it. Why this is done? McRaven says, when you do this, you get a kind of feeling that one task is completed. That gives you a positive energy to do the next task of the day. If you start the day with a perfect completion of a particular task, you are happy. You feel within you, yes, I could do this perfectly within the time. I am in time for the next PT, that is the physical training session. So I am going for that. So I could do that and go. And it becomes part of your psyche. You are always positive. Yes, I did that successfully. So I'm going to do the next one successfully. The next one successfully. The whole day you feel successful. Sometimes you feel that you are tired, you failed, but when you come back, you have nicely made bed to give you comfort, right? So that way also, making your bed in the morning, first thing, that is completing a task successfully, is the starting of your day. Similarly, he goes on to give examples of everyday activities of Marine, that is US Navy guy's life. He gives examples how they were doing training, how they learned their lesson. He enlisted 10 points to follow to the college student. In this 6 points which I talked to you is also included. So I really liked it. You can go to YouTube, listen to him. It's a wonderful speech. Admiral McRaven, R-A-V-E-R-N, Raven, McRaven. He has written a book also. I have a copy of that book as well. That was presented by another Toastmaster when I left Kuwait. So with this, I like to tell you, you already chose a path by becoming a Toastmaster. Some of you have become leaders. Some of you have chosen a path to improve your speaking skills, or to become a humorous speaker, or a better presenter, or to help you in performing well in your career, whatever the reason. But it's a self-care program. Nobody can help you unless you help yourself. So keep that in mind and keep working continuously. Coal and diamond are the same material, basically. Once the coal accepts the pressure, it turns into diamond. Similarly, Accept this pressure. 2 days in a month is not a big thing. Just 2 days. Keep that in your mind. I am Toastmasters since 2004. Once I accept a meeting, I never fail to attend that. I never come late for the meeting. I'm serious about it. That way, you may be serious about something else. You may not realize how important it is to take a role and do it. How important it is to do your project. How important it is to take a role in the office of a district or area. It's all experiences. I happen to be Lieutenant Governor when I left Kuwait of Education and Training. That time, our governor was what is her name? Dr.
Great McGregor.
Great McGregor. She is the wife of a military man. She herself acts as if she is my commanding officer. Every meeting used to be like attending a debriefing meeting at our military base. Such a strict officer, but it was a great learning for us. And I never forget those meetings. Every time she used to give things to do for the next meeting and what we did, how we did, and all that. She keeps a meticulous record of whatever we did. That was a great experience. Such experiences enhances your performance, and it helps in your career, in your life, at home, everywhere. So have a nice time. Life itself is a great one-way path. Keep traveling. Find the purpose of your life, and nothing else needed. Thank you. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I wish all of you a great time with RSTM. Thank you. Over to you, Raj.
Great. You always see the like-minded energies attract each other. And if you just recollect the speech presented by Toastmaster Muthukumaran, the kind of values that his parents have imbibed right from his birth, and the kind of discipline that the military has taught him, how to fold a cloth, how to wear a shoe, how to keep things done. The Toastmasters Club is very similar, very structured, how to speak, how to stand, how to do gestures, how to evaluate, how to time it out. So I think it's a natural choice that Toastmaster Muthukumaran, when he came across the Toastmasters Club, it's just a natural attraction that he has chosen to take the path. And he's not just taken a path for himself, but he's taken a path for a lot of people, which has mattered in our lives really well. And it was a wonderful speech. And thank you very much, sir. And before I go to the next one, I just would like to quickly request the president to introduce a special person in this meeting. So, President.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Raj, for giving me a minute in between. Okay, we warmly welcome our District 20 Director, DTM Alifiya Lakadawala, to our meeting. It was a very great pleasure to see you in our meeting and encouraging us in a larger way. Thank you.
Thank you, DTM Kannan. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
If I may get a minute, I would like to address the crowd.
Surely, there is a slot for you for a felicitation. Our MC will invite you again.
Okay, because I'm actually at work, so I might not be able to stay in longer. So I might have to apologize. So if it's out of your agenda or anything, then I would
Sure.
let the meeting go on the way it is. Okay.
No, it's next to your address only. Mr. Raj,
okay.
You can continue.
Yeah, Tim, if you can give me a minute, it's just to describe about yourself as a personality, and then of course you can go on. So just for the benefit of other Toastmasters, it's a known fact that Toastmaster Alifiya has reached great heights due to sincerity and hard work in the Toastmasters journey, which has made her the District 20 Director today. But also to me personally, when I was in Kuwait from the period 2015-2016, she has given me some valuable personal tips because my wife was pregnant in Kuwait, and she was the one who guided me to the right hospital and the right doctor, which I took and followed her path. And thanks to her, I still remember and fondly thank the doctor every time my child has her birthday. So such a kind-hearted person, personally, not just as Toastmaster. And I met her and exchanged a lot of pleasant discussions during the 2 years that I was there in the club meeting. So she was also a chief guest when I was the president of this club for the 125th meeting. And she has been a constant follower of all the success journeys of different clubs. It just gives me more pleasure that you are here, Toastmaster Alifiya, my good friend, and the stage is yours for you to please address us.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raj. That definitely brings a smile on my face. So thank you for bringing that incident in. May God bless you and your family. Moving on, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the trio which were here. I see our Division G Director, DTM Dareen here. Area 26 Director, Toastmaster Nilesh is in the house. The President of the club, DTM Kannan, the XCOM. Immediate past Area Director, Toastmaster Mrinmoy is here. Senior members like Toastmaster or other DTM, Thirumaran, DTM Shenoy, a lot of names. Maybe when Area Director Nilesh told me, I knew that I will be at work and it's going to be my busy schedule, but still I agreed because there is something which really connects me to these two clubs, South Kuwait and Rising Star. Though I have never been a member, but I was fortunate enough to serve as a division director and as a program quality director and now as your district director. What I love about these two clubs, because I know that RSTM is born out of, South Kuwait. Many members are dual members, and the consistency and the persistent attitude which these members have. So to all the members who are here celebrating the 200 meeting today, let me tell you that the 199, what you all have walked with a lot of courage, lot of motivation, and you all have lots to look up to when your leaders are there, because there is an array of leaders out here in this club who has taken this club to greater heights on various occasions. So to the members, this is the right club for you all. Enjoy the 200, move on to another 200 successfully. And I just heard DTM Muthukumaran's speech regarding consistency, regarding the choices you make and how one can be in life. So Toastmasters is very similar. Again, the Master of Ceremony had a similar, comparison about how a Toastmasters meeting is structured to a military life. It's a self-development journey. Members, it is a self-development journey. So the choice is yours. We all need to step out of our comfort zone. Nobody is great. Nobody becomes, the wow Toastmaster here, but due to hard work, sincerity, that never goes waste. And that counts for y'all to become the leader. Why y'all have joined Toastmasters, because the tagline of Toastmasters International is where leaders are made. So do kindle that fire of leadership within you. Do come forward, take up your club roles, take up area roles, take up subordinate committee roles, because RSTM is thriving. From the last year, what I have seen a flip in RSTM. I mean, it's completely new, it's completely refreshing. I see that you all have already achieved 5 DCP points and you all have had new members. So there's a lot of enthusiasm. There's a lot of guidance from the elder Toastmasters or the seasoned Toastmasters. I think this is something which is worth investing time and learning and moving ahead. So let's celebrate the 200 with lots more of joy and color and move on to another 200. You'll have the best of what it takes. Good luck, RSTM. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, DTM Alifiya. It just shows that the kind of commitment you had, despite having an official duty to make sure that you participate, and wish all of us good luck. So thank you once again for what we have done so far, and keep up the good journey at the leadership level for many more members and clubs to thrive. You know, it's very easy for you to pick up a few highlight points, you know, in a general club meeting. But today, fortunately, we have a lot of such highlight moments that, you know, we can capture, which I will try to probably summarize towards the end of the meeting. And one such key highlight is the one that's going to come now. We have so far seen a lot of senior members, achievers, directors, district level people who have presented nice things, but there is some work which has been made by the junior most member of this club, which is going to be presented by the president, of course, but the whole hard work of compiling this has been done by the junior most member. I would give the honor of announcing his name and about his contribution by the president. So what we've done is we have prepared a nice newsletter to celebrate the 200th meeting. And I would request the president, Toastmaster Kanan Ravi, to kindly release the newsletter and talk a few lines about the letter and the kind of hard work that has gone behind the letter. Over to you, President.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajagopalan, for giving that opportunity to release the newsletter, which is a very remarkable thing in Raisisa Toastmaster. It might be a new effort, but it came well. That's what. But one of the person who is very much behind this newsletter is our BPPR Bharat Ishwar. He took extraordinary effort in preparing this one. Very nicely, he prepared around 23-24 pages. He could make it. So instead of me saying much about it, I request him to exhibit the newsletter as if I am releasing it. Bharat Ishwar, you can show it now. Okay, play it. Thank you, Toastmaster Bharat Ishwar, for making it so nice. And hope everyone enjoyed this one. This is the newsletter. Lot of hard work he put. At least for 15-20 days, he continuously worked on it. We were updating. We are getting this thing to happen. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster Raj for giving this opportunity, good opportunity to us.
Thank you, President. And if I can kindly take your permission, I would like Toastmaster Bharatishwar to kindly switch on his video and show his face to all of us while we can probably congratulate him, maybe just for a brief. Toastmaster Bharatishwar, can you please switch on your video?
Yeah. Yeah, Bharatishwar is there.
Okay, I didn't see him pin his video, so great. Thank you. We have another 30 minutes of the evening that's going to be with us. So President, if you think it is required, maybe we can have like a 3 minutes break for people to just go quickly refresh and come back. If you think that's advisable, then I would probably give a 3 minutes break for people to refresh and come back. We have some interesting events that's going to follow. So if you're okay with it, we will take a short break.
Yeah, it's okay. 3 minutes, okay. But let us all come back and enjoy the rest of the evening.
This is not for you to take a chance to exit this meeting for sure. Please come back. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, timer, maintain the time, that 3 minutes break. Madam Darin, I have seen you before in, I think, Palaivana Sulvendar Peravai in Tamil Toastmasters, is it?
Which club?
It is Annadada Murali Manohar's club.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, it's very
Almost
nice.
together.
Yeah. You gave a very good talk.
So you're
on,
DTM. You're DTM. I'm sorry, I call you TM. So
No, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Okay.
We are all very old members of South Kuwait Toastmasters. From there, we formed this Rising Star Toastmasters. And we are dual member. Most of us are very dual member. Myself, Toastmaster Muthukumaran, Shenoy.
Yeah, I can see also the president of South Kuwait. DTM also, Roy.
I was twice the president of South Kuwait Toastmasters.
Wow. Amazing. Really, it's my pleasure to be part of this ceremony.
Sure. And by the way, that your presence make a much difference to us. That it motivates us a lot.
Oh, you motivate us because you really achieve a lot of goals, mashallah. Keep going.
Sure.
President, do we have all the past presidents? Is there a recorded speech that you're going to present now, or are they going to speak? I see Toastmaster Suresh and Rajesh and Sendil not part of this meeting so far. So are we going to have a recorded speech to be presented, or how is it?
No, we unfortunately we could not get the recorded speeches.
Okay.
You can call by order. Whoever present here, they will share some moments.
Sure.
And then many congratulations for your newsletter. It was so beautiful.
Sure. All the credit goes to Bharatishwar Toastmaster. He is a very young, energetic person. He is doing the second year BTech computer engineering.
Wow.
Yes,
wow.
a student and a very busy student. He in this time it was a exam time for him, but still he spared his time for this newsletter.
Wow, that's great. It's really great efforts. And amazing.
I hope the red card is shown and most of the participants are back. So if you can kindly switch on your videos to show your attendance, it gives me the permission to go on. So my dear Toastmasters, kindly switch on your videos, whoever is available, please. Otherwise, the president will take me for a task for giving this break. Great. So yeah, I think the short break helped for us to have a quick refresh, which we usually do when we have a physical meeting. So the meeting has been going great so far, and just to continue, it wouldn't be possible for us to reach the 200th milestone without the support of a lot of people who are part of this club for many years now. And I would now request a very quick speech by all the past presidents, starting with Toastmaster Thirumaran. Toastmaster Thirumaran has been the president of the club for the first 2 years, and Toastmaster Thiru, I know you have made a speech in the beginning of the meeting, but if you would like to kindly share anything specific, I would welcome you to please start the speakathon of all the past presidents. So TM Thiru, please.
Good evening once again.
Good evening.
When it started, it was like an euphemism, I can say it's a dream, but it is a very nightmare really. We don't know what to do, how to manage things. Everything is new, everybody is new. So we got guided by other senior Toastmasters, how to manage it, how to really implement it, all these things. Every meeting I have to make a speech. As a president, I have to make, and I have to start doing the projects also. It was really a tough time that time, but we managed it. Actually, the process was enjoyable. So we have to put effort. Everybody is pushing others to make efforts. In fact, we had a rough journey, I can say. The first, it's like a roller coaster ride. So after the first 6 months passed, we started getting used to it and make it a part of our time. And we brought a lot of people there and introduced Toastmasters to them. That was a very nice way of, I started learning the ropes like marketing, how to put yourself, how to represent your club with others, share your ideas with others. Those things I learned a lot in the club, and a lot of people contributed. Actually, we had a lot of wonderful people in the initial years. Like some people can make, nowadays the stand-up comedy is becoming very popular in every TV or every channel, YouTube channel and all. Those people are there, were there. And I hope they will come back again to Toastmaster, have a lot of fun, we'll have a lot of fun. And this is my idea. Toastmaster is fun and sharing. Nothing else is there. What else is there to do? Okay, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Thiru. So like I said, Toastmaster Thiru was the founding president from 2012 to 2013, and he continued from 2013 to 2014 as well. And then we had Toastmaster Rajesh Ramalingam, who took over as the president of the club from 2014, 2015. Unfortunately, he's not present in this meeting. In fact, I haven't seen him for a while now. So probably TM Thiru, you have to catch hold of Rajesh and bring him back to the club. And we're actually losing a fantastic evaluator. The great thing that I love about Toastmaster Rajesh is his calm demeanor and the kind of neat evaluation that he used to do, especially for the speeches. And I've seen him bring laurels to the club by participating in the group area level contest by being a speech evaluator. And he was the president from 2014-15, followed by Toastmaster Sendil Kumar. Toastmaster Sendil, I believe, will join this meeting because he sent a message that he's stuck in some other meeting, but I'm expecting him to join shortly. He has been a continuous attendee of all the meetings, at least I would say in the last 20, 30 meetings. He has never missed a single meeting. Unfortunately, today he's not been there so far, but I'm sure he will join. He has been like a pillar along with TM Thiru. These two are the reason for this club to start, to sustain, and to see where we are today. So Toastmaster Sendil, when he is back in the meeting, I will ask him to please have a speech, followed by Toastmaster Suresh. Toastmaster Suresh was the president from 2015, 2016, 2017. Suresh Muthaya was also one of the Fab Four, we used to call those days, the Fabulous Four, constant members, the young guys that started the club was Toastmaster Thiru, Toastmaster Sendil, Toastmaster Suresh, and Toastmaster Rajesh. So these people have taken turns to take the leadership roles when the club faced the most challenging times to actually shape up and reach from where it was to where it is today. And this is when a new Toastmaster joined the club, and then he took over the presidency the next year, who is myself. My name is Rajagopalan Govindarajan. So I was actually transferred from India to Kuwait to start a new branch for my Indian office, which is primarily into oil and gas engineering. So I went to Kuwait in September 2015. I met a great human being, not just a Toastmaster Muthukumaran, who was my neighbor. And of course, till I got my wife a family visa, all my evenings were free. So he asked me one day, what are you doing today? I said, not today. Every day I'm just sitting idle at home looking at the internet and WhatsApp. So he said, I'm going for a Toastmasters meeting. Are you interested? I said, what is a Toastmasters meeting? He said, come along with me. So I went with him to a Toastmasters meeting, which is not from RSTM. It was the South Kuwait Toastmasters Club. I went there, and then the first meeting, like people used to fall in love with the first sight. I used to fall in love with the first meeting. I loved it so much, not because of just the people present there, but because of the structure of the whole the Toastmasters Club itself as a whole. It presented to me, being as a guest, what it is was extremely crystal clear. And added to it, I got a nice dinner plus a certificate for being a guest. And then I used to go to SKTM clubs for a few times before he took me to another club. And he said, this is a much younger club, so why can't you come and join this club? To be honest, I was not paying my fees for the first 2 to 3 months. I felt guilty for eating a free dinner in SKTM clubs, but that ended soon because I've decided, I went to SKTM, I went to RSTM, and at one point I decided that I need to be in the RSTM club. The whole purpose of me selecting to go to Toastmasters Club initially is to develop contacts, because when I went to Kuwait, I obviously would like to have a good network of friends and people for me to establish not just my family, also to my business. But then when I went there, the whole game plan changed, and I thought RSTM is a club which I see as more youngsters, more budding energy and enthusiasm. Not just SKTM doesn't have. SKTM at that point in time was more organized and more structured, and it was in more safer hands of senior people like Kanan, Ravi, Ganesh, and all these people. So I thought maybe it's better that I would be a part of RSTM to develop myself, and also, if possible, to develop the club. So I was handed over the responsibility of VP Public Relations in the first year. I still remember the day when I was called in the morning. We had the area level contest, and I had a call from the president and said, you need to come for the contest to see it, to witness it. I said, absolutely no problems. I'm allowed to do that. Exactly 1 hour before, they pushed me into the contest and said, you are going to present a humorous speech. So I was invited to be like an audience to witness a speech, and then suddenly you guys, you get table topics, but you never get a humorous speech contest, 1 hour before, that too at the area level. So I went there, and then I cracked some jokes which I read from the internet because I was not prepared for it. Fine. And then I also was invited for a table topics speech. But next year, I was given the responsibility of leading the RSTM club, which I took it gleefully and was very happy. And I believe we did a lot of good things. That year, again, with the proper notice, I participated in the humorous speech contest. This time, the humor was on my own, and I won the second prize at the area level competition. So that gave me a lot of happiness and just the satisfaction that I could do something for the club at the district level. So this is my journey. Unfortunately, I was transferred back to the Indian office by 2017 October to take over the responsibilities of the Indian office. So I came back. I had Kuwait very dear to me, not just because of the club, but also gave birth to my daughter. And I was very fond of visiting Kuwait, which I call as a second home next to India. And for sure, it gave me a lot of good things, including the Toastmasters Club. And one of the good things that COVID has done is it made the club meetings possible to attend through Zoom. So that's a good thing that has happened due to COVID. And I'm very happy ever since I got the opportunity to participate in online meetings. I've been a constant participant for the last 1 year or so. And today we are at the 200th meeting. I'm so glad and wish the RSTM club to reach many more laurels. Such an enchanting club with fantastic members. God bless RSTM, and thank you very much. I'm transferring it back to myself as the Master of Ceremony. Okay. So in addition to the presidents, there are a lot of other selfless seniors, the club sponsors, who have been there with the club from its beginning. And we have one such senior member, a distinguished Toastmaster Shenoy, who is, of course, doesn't need an introduction because he's known at all levels. I would request Toastmaster Shenoy to kindly present his speech.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Rising Star Toastmasters Club. It is always giving me cherishing memories. District officers, MC of the day, President, fellow Toastmasters, good evening. I joined Toastmasters in 2007 when I was in Abu Dhabi. Then later, when I changed my career and landed in Kuwait, one of the initial activities which I did on the first week of my arrival was to search for a Toastmaster club. And I found a Toastmaster club, which is the South Kuwait Toastmasters. And it was Shenoy, whom I met first as a Toastmaster in Kuwait, who picked me and took me to the South Kuwait Toastmasters Club meetings. Then I got involved in their activities. And then Toastmaster Muthukumaran had an idea to start a new club. Similar to what Raj was mentioning, I was alone in Kuwait because my family was back in India. So every day evening, I was having adequate time. And then I requested Muthukumaran whether I can join him while he charters or while he organized the chartering of the new club. And he very well accepted. And he not only accepted, he assigned me a task to mentor the club. So I was very fortunate to serve Rising Star Toastmasters as a mentor. And that gave me opportunity to get associated with a very friendly atmosphere. Another cherishing memory with Rising Star Toastmasters is that this club hosted my 100th project speech in Toastmasters. So that was during one of my short trip to Kuwait. I took the opportunity to present my 100th speech. For these are the two cherishing memories. And when Toastmaster Kannan Ravi informed me about 200th meeting, I assured him that yes, I will be attending because wherever possible, whenever possible, I wish to join this club meeting and cherish those memories. All the best, Rising Star Toastmasters, for celebrating the 200th meeting and looking forward to attend similar milestone meetings. Thank you, and back to MC Toastmaster Raj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shenoy. You have been a constant inspiration and support. And I enjoyed my tenure as the president when you were representing the area of the Toastmasters Club at that point in time. So it was wonderful. I would also now request another senior club sponsor, a senior Toastmaster, a veteran, who has been extremely kind in hosting all our Toastmaster Club meetings through Zoom. He's the one who is behind the scene and making it possible online. I would request Toastmaster Saravanan to please share his thoughts and his views on the occasion. Toastmaster Saravanan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raj. And once again, Rising Star Toastmasters and my senior Toastmasters, Toastmaster Muthukumaran, Toastmaster Kanan Ravi, Toastmaster Shenoy, who have given me enough guidance and allowed me to make mistakes and learn. That was one of the best moments that Rising Star as well as the South Kuwait Toastmasters has given me enough confidence to stand up and say something in front of the audience. In fact, the first I met Mr. Kanan Ravi, that time I was not a Toastmaster. He said, "Come, let's go to the meeting." I asked him which meeting. He said, come along with me. You'll find something fun for you. Then the first day it became a meeting at Jadu Kadai. I said, it's a team meeting. No, he said, it's a good meeting. You'll really enjoy. My journey of Toastmaster started in year 2007 at Jadu Kadai restaurant. The first icebreaker speech which I delivered in Jadu Kadai, I was really so nervous. But today, whenever anybody wants me to speak in front of an audience, immediately respond, yes, I can. So that's the dramatic change this club, both South Kuwait as well as Rising Star, brought into me, for which the credit goes to all the Toastmasters in South Kuwait Toastmasters as well as in Rising Star Toastmasters. Specifically to Rising Star Toastmasters, my journey started with club mentor. Then subsequently, when President Ravi Kanagala was there, the area director and the division director asked me to support the club and bring club to a different position. Those days, the membership was so low. So the VP, Toastmaster Sriram, and Toastmaster Jnanavendan, Toastmaster Ravi, everyone supported us, and we brought in many members to the Rising Star Toastmasters, along with Coach Mr. Toastmaster B.V. Prabhakar. So as a coach, initially I found very difficult to bring in more members and how to entertain the club. But later on, it was so streamlined. Then the year when I was Vice President Education last year, everything went so smooth because of this online digital transformation. And our club able to reach President Distinguished Club for the first time. That was the proud moment which I always cherish. This was brought into my mind by our senior Toastmaster DTM Shenoy. When he was Vice President and President, he told me, we'll make to President Distinguished Club. The same footpath I just followed when I was an VPE and worked along with the members and made it possible. So that confidence gave me by the senior Toastmasters. Means this is the only forum where you are allowed to make mistake and get benefit out of it. Means mistakes always taken as a positive things. As Abdul Kalam always says, it is easy to pinpoint mistakes, but difficult to find yourself. So when someone points out as a mistake, you always take it as a positive note and work on it and get benefit out of it. That was the lesson learned from these Toastmasters. I'm really, really thank each and everyone for celebrating such a valuable moment of bicentennial of RSTM, that is Rising Star Toastmasters Club. Thank you. Thank you. Over to Raj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saravanan, for a wonderful speech. We are, as per the schedule, President, we just exactly reached the time, but if you will kindly allow me to extend this by 10 minutes, we'll have a quick feedback and wrap up. So I propose to extend it by 10 minutes, and I would request your kind consent.
Yes, you can take that. We are in few numbers that we can well use their presence.
Sure. So we have listened to a lot of wonderful stories, experiences by a lot of senior members, but what I think would be very apt before we call the meeting for the day is to have a very quick introduction of the EXCOM members, who are extremely responsible and for this proud evening. I would kindly request all of you to come one by one. I will announce the names to, please talk for a minute on your experiences, starting with our most senior of the last 4 years, I would say, and a very, very sincere member, Toastmaster Gnanavendan.
Hello, Toastmasters and guests. Good evening.
Good evening. Yes, Toastmaster Gnanavendan.
Yes. I am really learned so much of knowledge in RSTM and SKTM Toastmaster Club. I really enjoyed the meeting and more benefited my career also. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gnanavendan. And for some reason, when I say, people, just like a dream. In fact, your video is like, you were talking from the dream in just across the clouds, but I mean, which is matching with the situation. So thank you. And I would also request another very senior and very, very sincere Toastmaster Lakshmanan, who has been monitoring the time, to also give us a quick speech.
Start the sentence. Good evening, everybody. It is a pleasure to attend this meeting as a 200th meeting. I want to give a give applause to everybody, and I want to thankful to everybody of my senior Toastmaster, DTM, and guest, even the present MC, those who are the guidance for me to attend this meeting. Over to you. Thank you, sir.
Too loyal as a timer. So thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmanan. I would now request the youngest member of the club. Practically, we can call him the grandson of the senior Toastmasters, Toastmaster Bharatishwar. Please give us a quick speech.
Yes, thank you, MC. Good evening to all the members who are present here. I'm really extremely happy to say that this club has reached a milestone of 200th meeting, which is a very big achievement from my point of view. So I can think the time which I evaluated from myself from a Cavalier to a Toastmaster. My Toastmaster journey really started in 2019 till 2020. I was a Cavalier. After that, I joined. First, I joined South Kuwait Toastmaster Club. Then the president of the club insisted me to join Rising Star. So I joined Rising Star also, and I'm happy to be a dual member of both the clubs. So thank you, and over to him.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bharat. And I take a personal happiness because I think about two and a half years ago, I was having a casual chat with one of my colleagues, Ashok. Ashok was talking to me about his family, and he was Toastmaster Bharatishwar is none other than Ashok's son. So he was inquiring me about fixing Bharat's future in terms of developing his communication skills to possibly come into a college where this matters more than your technical skills. And I've introduced the Gavels Club. At that point in time, he was a boy. He's still a boy, but a little bigger boy now. So I've introduced him to Toastmaster Kanan Ravi to join the Gavels Club, and I'm so glad that even Ashok comes back to me these days and said, I've seen a completely changed Bharatishwar, because he has come out of his shyness, he has come out of all his fears, and the way he communicates with people. I mean, he finds it, and I also believe that he has more North Indian friends than the South Indian friends in his college now. So I'm happy for you. I also believe that you'll pick up a couple of nice girlfriends just to develop your confidence in the college. So I'm very glad that the suggestion given 2.5 years back has paid rich dividends in terms of Bharatish sitting in front of us as an ex-com member. So thank you. I will also now request Toastmaster Mohammad Irfan, who is our secretary for the current year, to share a few words. Mohammad Irfan.
Unmute yourself. Unmute.
Good evening, all of you, and my senior Toastmasters and all members. Actually, I was not like to tell you the facts about my joining in this platform. I was not aware about this Toastmaster platform where we can develop my communication skills. One day I was surfing on the Google. All of a sudden, I just typed down the International Toastmaster, but I had no idea about this, how we can join. So suddenly I found on that Rising Star Club, which is situated, the club is situated in Kuwait. And then I found a number of TM Sensor. I communicated with him and he suggested me, okay, you can join. So when I have joined that, I got a lot of support from the people. People are very energetic over there and seniors are very humble and helpful. So in 1 year, I have realized myself that I'm able to talk to the people without hesitation and And before I had a lot of confusion how to talk. So I learned something a lot. I learned a lot how to communicate with the people without frustration, hesitation. So still I'm trying to improve my communication as fast as I can with the help of the cooperation with the seniors. This is the best platform where we can develop our communication and way of talking with the people. So this is the positive feedback from my side. And over to you, TM Raj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohammad Irfan, for sharing a honest feedback. And we have now Madam Toastmaster, who has been spearheading all the meetings by kickstarting with her great voice, Toastmaster Bhavani.
Good evening to all. I'm very happy to be in this 200th meeting with all the senior Toastmasters, and they are very encouraging, which leads me to go on. Thank you for their cooperation. Thank you.
All right. We only have 2 more members in the meeting, so I just quickly like them to also share their views. Toastmaster Natarajan.
Good evening, all. Actually, I'm very proud to be a part of this club. We need to go understand the difficulties they have faced since the meeting number 1 to 200. It makes us more responsible. We have been. We will reduce their burden. Actually, we will try to improve the value of our club in the future meetings. Thank you.
Thank you. Last but not the least, Toastmaster Farida Naseem.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Really, it's grand that we are celebrating the 200th episode of our club meeting. Feeling proud. I like the schedule, the activity of this organization. I got very much support and help from my club members. It seems it's a great quality. It's a speciality of my club. Seniors always encourage the newcomer and try to feel them comfortable. I like my club Rising Star Toastmaster and wish for the best. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you very much, madam. Thank you. So now it's my duty to, as the master of ceremony, to have a very quick wrap up. I'll do it as quickly as possible. the meeting started well set, and all of us could connect earlier than the schedule. And of course, the meeting was started by the Sergeant at Arms with their usual voice, and then Toastmaster Kannan Ravi had a fantastic greeting and welcomed all the guests, and promptly handed over the stage. And we had the history of RSTM very clearly presented by Chartered President Toastmaster Thirumaran, followed by all the club and the district level officers: DTM Khalid Abdullah, DTM Khalid Jalal, DTM Daran Al Hajar, DTM Nilesh Attarde, and then finally by DTM Alifiya. So all of them shared a lot of positive thoughts, positive feedback about RSTM, the kind of rebranding or the restructuring, if I may call it, that has especially taken place in the last 2 years, ever since Toastmaster Muthukumaran took over. I don't know, maybe it's not apt that I could call it a second innings, probably it's 10th innings or something like that in the Toastmaster journey. So that made a difference, because we turned it around from last year, which Toastmaster Kannan Ravi has just took over, just like Kohli taking over from Dhoni. So that was something which has really resulted the club to turn around and never look back. So there's no wonder that the DCP points are always high. And then he has given us his lifetime history and kind of some very valuable points. Very quickly, I would like to only summarize the 6 points that he said, which has noted down, which would be very useful for people going forward in all of our lives. Keep moving, embrace the change, keep your moral standards high, take calculated risks, celebrate the success of people around you, and do something for others. And it's easy for us to talk, but I've also seen that, when you walk your talk, that makes you special. And I've seen, having closely interacting with Toastmaster Balasubramaniam, that he has been doing all the 6 qualities over the last 6 years that I know him. So it has been wonderful that we are blessed with the senior Toastmasters like him, Toastmaster Kannan Ravi, Toastmaster Saravanan, and Toastmaster Shenoy around us, with all of our usual club members, past presidents, which is going to make this club better in the years to come. And then we had the newsletter, which has been a highlight of many highlights that we had today, which has been released by the president, supported by Toastmaster Bharatishwar. And then we had to listen to the past presidents, and then the club sponsors, club mentors, and finally wrap up by the EXCOM members and all the members that have participated. Like all good things have to come to an end, I will have to also make an announcement that this meeting is going to end soon. And I'm really thankful to the president for giving me this opportunity to be the master of ceremony for this meeting. I believe I've done reasonable justice for the role that I played today, and I would certainly be willing to support this club in the future in whatever way I could. Thank you very much, all of you, and I would like to hand over the stage back to the president. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajagopalan, for managing this show extremely well. That's what I get. Sir, I will